Assalamu alaikum dear students. This is Department of English, Government Postgraduate College, Attic. I am Nasir Ali Shah. Students, we are reading the text of the novel The Oldman and the Sea, written by Ernest Hemingway. We have read so far that on the 84th day, the old man, having returned empty-handed and empty skiff, and having chatted with the young boy Manolin on the terrace while drinking beer, after that coming to his shack where both of them took their meal, and when the boy went off to his home, the old man went to sleep. He was sleeping at night, and in his sleep he was dreaming about the beaches of Africa and the lions that played on those beaches. He actually loved the lions. Most of the time he dreamed about the lions, and those lions symbolize strength, courage, hope, and youthful energy for him in his life. He was dreaming. It was the 85th day, or very early morning on the 85th day when he woke up. We are to read the text from here today. He no longer dreamed of storms, nor of women, nor of great occurrences, nor of great fish, nor fights, nor contests of strength, nor of his wife. It shows that most of the time he dreamed, but he dreamed about his own profession. He dreamed about voyaging into the sea, about having or catching different fish, or he dreamed about, most of the time, African beaches and about those lions who played on the beaches. Usually he did not dream about storms, which usually occur in the sea, not about women, not of great occurrences. Occurrences mean happenings or incidents, not of great fish, nor fights, because in his early youth, we will read in the text ahead that in his youth he was a champion of playing hand games, or he was considered to be a very strong person in his area, and he took part in different contests of strength. But he did not dream about all these things, nor about fights, nor contests of strength. Contests mean competitions. Nor even of his wife. He did not even dream about his wife. He only dreamed of places now and of the lions on the beach. This was the only attractive thing for him left in his life, that now he only dreamed about the places of the beaches, especially on African beaches, and about the lions on the beaches. They played like young cats in the dusk, and he loved them as he loved the boy. Those young lions, when came on the beach, they played like young cats among themselves in the dusk. Dusk is the time of evening or twilight, when the sun goes down, but the darkness of night has not yet prevailed. That time period of the day is called dusk or twilight. And he used to see the lions in a dream when they came in the dusk or evening twilight onto the beach, and they played like young cats, and he loved them as he loved the boy. He never dreamed about the boy. It is also very strange that he never dreamed about his wife, nor about the young boy whom he loved very much, just like his son. He simply woke. It was very early in the morning. He simply woke up, looked out the open door, and the moon which was just setting down behind the hills. He just looked at the moon and unrolled his trousers. Earlier in the previous lecture, we read that while at night he was going to sleep in his bed, he took off his trousers and rolled them down to put under his head to after making a pillow. Now, when he woke up, he unrolled those trousers, which he used as a pillow by rolling them. Now, he unrolled them and put them on. He urinated outside the shack. When he came outside his cottage or small house, he urinated there and then went up the road to wake the boy. When he went to the boy's house to wake him up in the morning, he was shivering with the morning cold. It was still very cold in the early morning, but he knew he would shiver himself warm and soon he would be rowing. He would shiver himself warm mean by trembling. He was trembling with the morning cold, and he knew that by trembling he would get warm. And he knew that soon he would be rowing his boat into the sea. And by rowing the boat with the oars, his body will become warm up and his cold will vanish. The door of the house where the boy lived was unlocked. Where the boy lived, the door was unlocked, and he opened it and walked in quietly with his bare feet. As he was walking bare feet he went there. He walked in quietly into the house of the boy. The boy was asleep on a cot in the first room, and the old man could see him clearly with the light that came in from the dying moon. As it was very early in the morning, or the last time of the night, we may say, the moon was dying or going down, or the moon was setting behind the mountains. There was a little light of the moon. So in that little light, the old man could clearly see that the boy was lying there on his cot or on his small bed. He took hold of one foot gently and held it until the boy woke and turned and looked at him. He very quietly took hold of one foot of the boy to wake him up very easily or without making any noise or imperceptibly until the boy woke up and turned towards him and looked at him. The old man nodded with, it is a gesture of the movement of the head while indicating yes. He nodded with the head movement, and the boy took his trousers from the chair by the bed. He had kept his trousers on the chair which was close to the bed, and sitting on the bed pulled them on. He wore those trousers. The old man went out the door and the boy came after him. He was sleepy because he did not quite wake up so far. He was sleepy, and the old man put his arm across his shoulders and said, "I am sorry." The old man knew that it was his duty or his work to go into the sea very early in the morning, and he was just waking up the boy in vain, he thought. In a way, he felt sorry for the boy that he had to wake him up so early because it was his time to sleep still. That is why the old man expressed his apology. "Kueba," the boy said, means never mind. It is what a man must do. As we have read earlier that the boy behaves and talks just like a mature person. So here again he says that it doesn't matter that you woke me up so early. I don't mind it. It is what a man must do. Means it is a simple work that a mature person should do. They walked down the road to the old man's shack, and all along the road. Then they walked down the road to the old man's shack, and all along the road, in the dark, barefoot men were moving, carrying the masts of their boats. As it was early in the morning, so in the locality of the fishermen, some other people were also woken up, and they were getting ready or making their boats ready to go into the sea for fishing. All the way down the road, it was still darkness of the night. They heard the movement or talking of the other men. They were also bare feet, and they were carrying masts of their boats. When they reached the old man's shack, the boy took the rolls of line in the basket and the harpoon and gaff, and the old man carried the mast with the furled sail on his shoulder. This is the gear. These are all things which we read earlier, that when the old man returned on the 84th day, evening of the 84th day from the sea, both of them took all these things and brought into the old man's house. Now they carried all these things. This is the stuff to take again to the old man's boat. Do you want coffee? The boy asked. The boy again offered him and asked him about having a coffee. We will put the gear in the boat and then get some. Gear mean a set of equipment or tools you need for a particular activity. Here it means equipment for fishing. All these things which the old man had along with him and which he needed for fishing in his boat, all these things are called gear. So he says that we will put the gear in the boat and then get some coffee after that. They had coffee from condensed milk cans. They had some coffee, they got or they drank some coffee from condensed milk cans at an early morning place that served fishermen. Condensed milk cans mean cans of thick, sweet milk. So it was a very good or very delicious type of coffee which they had or they drank early in the morning at an early morning place. It was just like a cafe or tea stall that served fishermen very early. How did you sleep, old man? The boy asked. He was waking up now, although it was still hard for him to leave his sleep. Although it was still very hard for the boy to leave his sleep because he was sleepy and he had not yet woken up from out of his sleep. But now he was waking up after having a coffee. Now he asked old man, how did you sleep, old man? Very well, Manolin. The old man said, I feel confident today. The old man replies, Manolin, I slept very well at night. Moreover, he says, it is very important sentence, I feel confident today. This again is very important sentence spoken by the old man. Students, you should underline this sentence in your textbook. It also shows his confidence and his strong willpower, because we have read so far that despite being unsuccessful in catching any fish for 84 days, which makes almost 3 months, the old man did not lose his hope. He is still confident. He is still hopeful that he is going to catch some really great and big fish. That is why he says, I feel confident today. So do I, the boy said. The boy replies in the same tone. He says that, so do I so do I think. I feel confident as well. Now I must get your sardines and mine and your fresh beds. Sardines, as we have read earlier, sardines are small fish which are generally used as a bait on the hook for catching big fish. So the boy suggests that he should bring some sardines and some fresh beds for the old man as well as for himself. He brings our gear himself. The boy says he brings our gear himself, means he is talking about the fisherman with whom now the boy is working. He never wants anyone to carry anything. We are different, the old man said. The old man replies that we are different from that person or from that fisherman. I let you carry things when you were 5 years old. The old man reminds him that when you were a little boy, when you were only 5 years old, even then I let you carry things, and I did not fear that you would spoil these things. I know it, the boy said. The boy replies that he knew it. I will be back. I will be right back. The boy again asks him that I will be right back means I am just going and then coming back very soon. Have another coffee. We have credit here. Moreover, he suggests to the old man to have another coffee during his absence while he is away for bringing sardines and bats, and he suggests to him to have another coffee, and he tells him that we have credit here, means we can eat or drink anything from this stall and we can pay later on, or we can have these things on loan basis. That is called credit. We have credit here. Students, this is enough for today's lecture. We shall continue reading the text in our next lectures. Till then, goodbye and Allah Hafiz.